guys been having happen to you since calling agents or sellers. But yeah, this is, this is basically like an open floor. I could share my screen, show you what I got going on for myself, that I'm working, deals that I'm working on, or, if you have something that you guys are working on that you want me to take a look at. Any questions so far? Ooh, no questions. All right. Um, Always a big thing too when you're first starting is just make sure, like I would say, always it's always good to start in your backyard. Sometimes it could be a little rough if it's not that populated of an area, or let's say it's just overpriced. The area in general is overpriced, but I would always recommend trying to start in your backyard, learning the market first, like getting experience calling sellers or agents, or also even buyers. If you're trying to build a buyers list in that area, just to get a feel for how the whole game is, just how to operate it, and after you're comfortable with that, you should be able to at least see some sort of progress, and you could move that into, if you want to expand your market, maybe try a different county or a different state. It should be fairly easy for you to do. Just gotta, again, just accumulate those buyers. It's always good to, you want to build your buyers list first. A lot of people, they start out, whether it be, under me or Eric's wing, or just their own, their own doing. Maybe they saw something on YouTube they want to try experimenting, and they, don't build a buyers list. So, because when they do have, let's say, a potential deal that they're trying to move, trying to sell, trying to make a decent assignment fee on that, they can't move it because they don't have that many buyers. So building a buyers list is first, fairly easy to do. You could, go on, you could look at, you could call those comps that you see for your for that house that you're looking to sell, and those agents always, sometimes have those types of buyers that might be interested in another potential project. You could hit up Facebook Marketplace. You could go on like things like PropStream or PropWire, Batch Leads, to see if you could get buyers that way and try contacting them. So those are like three different ways you could use. Meetups as well, invest, real estate meetups. That's a good way you could meet, private money lenders, buyers, other wholesalers, things of that nature. And, if you're in a decent, city, they should have them fairly often. Any anything that you guys got going on? No? Well, I had all right, well, I guess I'll just start sharing my screen then. Talk about my day yesterday, I guess. Every so often I have agents reaching out to me, regarding, their properties that they might have, all the, like before they start listing it and stuff like that. So here's an example of one. I got this sent to an agent. Her name's Victoria. It's located in St. Pete, or sorry, located in Florida, kind of close to St. Pete. It's in Pinellas Park. Um, if I zoom out real quick so you could see. Um, so it's like in the middle here, like here, obviously here's St. Pete, but yeah, here's Pinellas Park area over there. It's off market. You don't see it when it's off market. It's not listed on, uh Zillow or, Redfin or Realtor.com. It's off market. So here are a few pictures. I mean, this is a little. I have the most recent photos. It's just a little bit. This is just clutter. Probably. Um, Basically it's vacant now, but it's looks a little bit rougher than this. The garage definitely needs to be replaced and stuff like that. I have the pictures on my phone that she sent. But anyway, this is something that I got that was off market. Agent wants to put it on the market for 240, 245. So she wanted me to see if that's, if I would be interested at that price. I ran comps, so it's easy to, when you're running comps. What I usually do is I have the property up here, and then I duplicate the tab, and then I have I duplicate the tab and then just look at to see. I mean, we could see here that it's a 3 bedroom, 2 bath, a little over 1,200 square feet. So I want to make sure I go in the same area as where the property is located. I know we were on like 94 or 96, 94th Avenue, which is right over here. So it's on a main road, which is usually not, ideal. You don't want to be on like a main road. It hurts your resale value. Things like, being on a right next to a highway, on a main road, railroad. Sometimes cemeteries could hurt you too if you're right by a cemetery. Um, things of that. If your house is, let's say, right by like a mobile home, so it's all sometimes things you can't avoid, obviously, but that hurts the resale value. So like when I was comping this house, I want to try to find something that's 3 bedroom and 2 bath, a little bit over, in the roughly the same size home. So, we see 3-2 here. I can't really, you want to get kind of close. We know we're on 94th Avenue, so I would probably want to stay like, so I would want to see anything over three or more, or three bedrooms exactly. In the more tab, I want under 1,500 square feet. I want to be, sold in the last 12 months. So that's what I would want to do. And on the right hand side here, you have the price high to low. Then you can start looking and seeing, what that exact ARV is for that property. You don't want to, for me, I don't want to be comparing, homes that have pools or homes with like 2 stories. So, this was one of the comps I pulled up right here. It's around 360. Right south, we were like right over here on 94th Avenue. This one's on 92nd, so a little bit south of us. It doesn't have a garage. It's a 3-2. I don't think there's a pool either. If I go to, and if you guys who are newer to comping, all that kind of stuff, it's easy once you get the hang of it. This was obviously, you could see it was looks like a renovation. You can see before and after. It doesn't have a garage or anything. You could also too, when looking, trying to see exactly where most buyers are, you could always look back and see what they bought it for. So you can see here, on 92nd Avenue, this property here, it was bought in July, end of July, for $230,000, and they bought it off market. You see public record. Anything that's bought on market, you'll see, they'll have like the whole little tag right here at the bottom. So the person bought it in July. They had it for a few months, and then they sold it earlier, like a month ago, in December for 360. So you can see it's obviously a flip. If you want to see those pictures of that said flip, because again, we don't really have any pictures. This is what it looked like beforehand. So it looked like, it needed a lot of work. I mean, it looked pretty rough there. Always nice to look around, see what's around the area. But yeah, this is the before picture. And then if I were to copy this address, go to realtor.com. Let me just X out of that quick. We go to realtor.com, copy, paste, and then there it is. Pull it up, and then I can look at all the pictures of the interior. So before we only saw like that one beginning, that picture of the front of the house. So if you want to see the additional, in this case, there's 25 other photos. There's 25 other photos. So we could look through and see, oh, this person actually did a nice job. They got the recessed lighting up top, flooring, paint, it was a newer door. Kitchen looks nice. Has the cabinets, great countertops. Bathroom looks great. So they did a great job, and they bought it off market for 230. So I know maybe that's where another buyer would need to be at for this one here. Around that same price. Like I said, the agent's asking me. I don't know when I think she plans on listing it at the end of the week, but 245. sometimes, I mean, if I could get the deal done before and it's close to that price that the agent wants, then they'll be willing to just not even post it on the market. Because sometimes they have situations where, like, let's say it's like an older seller, they don't want, all these people in and out the house, multiple showings, things like that. So if they're able to get like maybe two or three people, buyers, and they're able to move the property without showing it to the whole world, then that's they're looking out for their seller's best interest, if because I've had situations like that before. um so, and also too, if I wanted to look up the buyer's information, I could go on Property Appraiser. I could use PropStream. I have PropStream. That's a system I pay for. It's $99 a month. If I didn't have PropStream, I would go to the county property appraiser site, look up the information that way. But this is, just it's easier to do it this way since I already have it. Like I said, it was bought for 360 on MLS. If I go to mortgage and transaction history, I see that it was you can see here Properties 809 LLC is the one who bought it. It actually, so they double closed on. All right, so the original owner was Patricia. So you can see it's a double close. It wasn't an assignment. So double close means that let's say if I was the wholesaler, if I had the contract with Patricia, it'll go from Patricia to Terrell, then Terrell to the end buyer, and you'll see that whole history. If it's an assignment, if I'm assigning the property, not double closing at all, then it'll just go to you'll just see Patricia. You won't see my name at all, and then you'll see the end buyer Properties 809 LLC. I know this company here. It's basically New Western. For anyone who doesn't know, it's like a big corporation. They do a lot of business throughout the state, but they have, yeah, this is their LLC for my area here, but it's basically New Western. So they got it from Patricia at 214, and then they ended up selling it to the end buyer for 230. So they made $16,000 on the transaction. And I don't know what they found. I don't know if they obviously it was off market, so they probably called the seller, had that whole conversation, and then ended up getting the contract for 214. And then obviously they ended up selling it for a little bit more to Properties 809 LLC. Now, if I wanted to look up, let's say, who actually owns property, like who the managing member of Properties 809 LLC, I could just copy this, go to sunbiz.com. This is what I use for Florida. If there's ever an LLC, INC registered in the state of Florida, it would be on sunbiz.org. Every state is different, so you'd have to look up. I don't know, I don't know the site for Texas or like California, but this is it for Florida. I'll copy Properties 809 LLC, hit search. They have an active LLC, as it should be. They're based out of Orlando. Person's name is Angel or Angel, however, and then there's Arturo Martinez. But yeah, so Arturo, so if I would want to try to contact him or contact, Angel, and be like, my call to them would be like, hey, is this Arturo? He will say yes. The next thing is like, how you doing? Sorry for the random call. My name's Terrell. I saw that you recently flipped a property over in Pinellas Park on 92nd Street, or was it 92nd Avenue? Yeah, 92nd Avenue. So yeah, I remember. I just recently sold it, blah, blah, blah. Awesome. Yeah, I have another property out that way. It's a little bit north of where yours is at. It's at 94th Avenue. It's another 3-bedroom, 2-bath block home. Would you be interested in, seeing it by chance, or, blah, 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 and, they'll say yes or no. That's the conversation I would have if I had, like, let's say, the contract in hand for 5772. So if I was trying to sell it, then I would, that's the conversation I would have. And they'll let me know yay or nay. I think I know we're on a busy road, semi-busy road, but I think around 350, 360 is probably where that ARV is going to be. So if I'm looking, doing the math here on this home, and again, it's a little, I know that this is what it kind of looks like now, these pictures here, but that was back in, like, I don't know, 2015 or something, or 2018, I'm sorry. So there's a bunch of clutter, you know, everything's dated, needs a new roof, all that kind of stuff. So I'm assuming it roughly like 60 to like roughly $60,000 in repairs. Um, but yeah, so like, you know, if I show, I have it on my phone, but it looks worth. Let me see if it's a link I could copy and show you guys. Hold on. Any questions, guys? I don't know if I'm moving too fast or anything like that. If you have any questions, you could put that in the chat, or you could, you know, um, just ask away. This is an open floor. But let me see if I have. All right, yeah. So let me see if the Dropbox works if I go like this. All right, here we go. Okay, so these are the photos of the house. As you can see, it looks a lot rougher. You know, we were looking at what we were looking at. This was it here. So that was like the front of the house there. Um, but yeah, here it is here. I don't know if I could just let me see if I could just hit the arrows and go that way. Okay, yeah, here we go. It's yeah, it's cluttered, it's vacant, needs some work. See a whole bunch of stuff there. I mean, I've seen worse, obviously. Um, just clutter. Here's the kitchen. I think there's another, yep, another side of the kitchen there. Bathroom, laundry room, living room. Another picture of the living room. I think I'm back at the front here. Yeah, I am. Yeah, so like I said, you know, so like if I'm running numbers on this, let's say if I wanted to, you know, between 350, 360, we are on a main road. I probably will knock a few grand off of that. Let's say call it 355. So 355,000. I want to look, most buyers look for like at least a 25% return. So, pretty average. So to do that, you would do times 0.75. I'm getting 266. Let's say minus $55,000 in work. I'm getting 211, 250. Let's say I want to make like a $5,000 fee for myself, subtract another five. I would need to be at basically 205, 206,000, you know, and then lock it up and then try to ask like 210. Right now, the agent's asking, you know, told me if I would take it at 245. She thinks, you know, I'm a buyer. She doesn't know I'm wholesaling, but you know, the way how you present yourself to agents, things like that, like, hey, look, I'm looking at everything, blah, blah, blah. You talk yourself up, so they think that you're a buyer, and then, you know, you get stuff like this sent to you. Um, so I had a conversation with her yesterday. I have to have a conversation with her today. I told her exactly I need to be like, you know, basically I did all the math with you guys. That's what I told her I need to be at, like 200, 205. She said she'll get back to me. This was probably, when did I call her? That was at 3:46. So, I mean, she didn't follow up with me in the afternoon. So you know, I should have called her already, but I'll call her. I could call her now. Let me see if there's any questions here. Hold on. Um, um, the good question, Ali. Are you going to be broken up into smaller groups? Um, wait, are we going to be broken up into smaller groups still to help us get our first? Well, not real. I mean, I don't know if Eric's been doing that for my Zooms. I haven't done that. I mean, I do like, you know, one-on-ones if you guys want to do that. You know, it's for an hour. I'm at like $25 for an hour. It's a one-on-one, just, you know, me and whoever wants to do that. I just have to try to work around my schedule. But I don't break up into smaller groups. You know, I just host a one big group. You know, whoever joins, and so, you know, it's a free open discussion. One-on-ones is, you know, if you want like more help that way, then yeah, it's some, you know, $25 for the hour. But yeah, you should still be able to learn a lot here. I mean, that's why you know, I always recommend people ask questions, you know, so they have, you know, things that they're stuck on, and just trying to get their first deal and they need help. I mean, I've been doing it for 3 years. I know Eric's been doing it for a little bit longer than me. I think about like roughly like 9 years, probably coming up on a decade now. But me, 3 years, I've been doing it. So I mean, I'm like a living product of, if you just stay consistent, it works, and then you're able to just, I mean, this is all I do for, I mean, I don't have a second job. I do this. I can make my own schedule. If I wanted to, you know, I don't know, go like on a little like getaway, I could do that. I don't have to like request for like a PTO, all that kind of stuff. There's pros and cons, obviously, but yeah, I mean, real estate is always it's always a good vehicle to be in to be successful. Um, but yeah, good question. Let me see if there's any other. All right. Text me what were the addresses of your two deals? Because I have access to the thing here, the where it all gets submitted. So I can look and see um if it loads, blah blah blah. But yeah, just text me. I don't know why it's taking so long to load, not but yeah, just message those two deals. I can look them up real quick to see. I mean, I had a discussion with Eric earlier. I think like Friday, Thursday or Friday last week. So we are working on it. So like wherever like there's I mean, because I mean right now there's if any of us makes an update like regarding like the notes, blah blah blah, whatever on the deal that's submitted, it it doesn't show you. But we're working to make it to where like if we update it at all, whether it's saying, oh, numbers have to be here, or deal looks pretty dead, or sellers being difficult, but whatever notes we put, you guys will get like an email notification on those notes. So you guys said it could always be updated on the deals you have submitted. But yeah, just if you want to just put those two deals that you have submitted in the chat here, I could just look them up real quick and then see where what the status of them are. Any other questions, guys? Hold on, let me just send a text real quick. What was it? 238, 238, 2nd Street. Let's see. All right, so yeah, so let me call, I guess, let me see here. Hold on. All right, I'll copy. Appreciate you sharing that, Ali. Okay, here we go. All right, let me just copy this real quick in the system and see what, all right, so I'm trying to, okay, so Eric's notes in December 18th. Again, I apologize because I know it's like what, the 6th or 7th, or no, it's the 8th of January right now. So they're already in contract with somebody, and there's too big of a price gap, is what Eric said on those notes for the Lake Jean Drive in Longwood, Florida. I'm not sure if you checked that yourself. Like, let me see if I copy this and go. Let me see if it's still under contract. Um, yeah, it's still pending. Yeah, it's still pending. So that's why it was dead. It was marked dead because of that. It's always good though if you want to. I mean, like I said, we're working on it to get an email notification whenever we do update the notes. But you could always reach out to the agent. And what I always used to do. This is how you would get extra leads. So you could always reach out to the agent, and be like, "Hey, I'm not sure if you ever spoke to the agent. If you did speak to the agent at one point in time, It's like, hey, I called earlier on the property on Longwood. Is it still available? Even though you know it's not available, just ask if it's still available. Say they'll probably tell you, oh, it's going through. We're closing, Tuesday next week. Blah blah blah. Oh, okay. All right. Well, you could say congratulations. Well, congrats on that. I was looking to see if you have any other potential, let's say flips for investors in that same area or in the surrounding area that you plan on listing here soon or the end of the month, blah blah blah. And then they'll, sometimes you'll get a response like, oh yeah, we do. We'll be posting this address. They'll give you the address and everything. All right, so I'm gonna put in the one that you have on Spring Cove Trail. Let me just copy that one real quick. But yeah, that was December 18th was Eric's last note. So that's when he marked it dead because it was under contract. So it's probably closing within, I'm assuming usually takes 3 or 4 weeks to close. I mean, depends on this, sellers or buyer situations, but usually 2 to 3 weeks is always the closing thing. Closing period. All right, yesterday at 9:39 a.m. Eric's notes were he basically put 550 for ARV, 20 to 30,000 to update based on the Zillow picks. And he got the cash offer for 390,000. In his notes also it says confirm repairs and if I'm confirm repairs and if I'm right, then offer 390 cash. So that was Eric's notes yesterday at 3:39 a.m. So I don't know. I have to see when you okay. So I don't know when he's planning. It doesn't say when he probably will get back and call them maybe today. I just don't it doesn't say when he's going to the call, but that's his last notes from yesterday. So hopefully that helps you out there. All right. Let me go back here. Okay, so let's see. All right, so I know there's another question. Okay, so also is it better to negotiate with yeah, I mean I always prefer talking directly to sellers. I hate, dealing with agents when especially when negotiating. I don't mind agents, when I'm trying to get like, sometimes they have access, obviously they have access to the MLS. They could I don't know, they just have more properties flowing through their office than someone like myself would. So, they definitely they kind of are like wholesalers if you think, they have sometimes off-market deals on their desk that they, pocket listings. So it's always good to reach out to them, see what they have. But yeah, especially with negotiating, if there's an agent in the mix, if the seller has a property listed with an agent, then you're basically hoping and praying that whatever you say, the agent, is able to reciprocate with that same, I guess, I don't know, like passion, I guess you could say, to try to get the seller to maybe accept your offer that's probably, a little bit lower than they would want to get, want to receive. So, ideal range for wholesale deals. So basically, I mean, there's really no like mm, like I look at price. I don't want to like I tell people not to go crazy with the price, like looking at things that are like let's say above like they're asking 800,000. Like it's because you got to think. I mean, you more likely gonna be able to move a wholesale deal. What most buyers have like let's say roughly 300K that they could play with, whether it be like a hard money loan or private money loan or actual liquid cash as opposed to like let's say 800 in the bank, you know what I mean? So like I try to look at something at least in the at least under 300. I mean I've done deals a little bit higher than that, but again the higher you go up in price the a smaller your buyer circle is, so just remember that. um but only if they need to. All right, well, sorry, I'm just getting a text. At the So basically what's going on with me, I have this one off market deal. It's in Pennsylvania. I'm talking to the seller now. I sent my buyer the address. He's interested in taking a look at it. He asked me if tomorrow could work. So I texted the seller. It's like, hey, which the seller is also an investor. He has like 20 other properties in that same area or around the area. I said, hey, I'm interested in your place there. Are you free at all tomorrow so we could see it? I'm obviously I'm in Florida, so the way I always play it off, it's like I don't want them to know I'm out of state. I'm from PA, and me and Eric grew up in the same town together. But the way how I play it, it's like, yeah, me and my partner, blah blah blah. We plan on meeting you tomorrow. So that's probably what I will say. And then when it gets to, let's say he said 1 o'clock. That's this said he could show it at one o'clock tomorrow. Then like let's say when it's like 11 or like 12, I'll call the seller. Like his name is John. I'll be like, hey John, something came up. I'm not gonna be able to make it, but my partner blah 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 is still on the way. So that's usually what I do. But yeah, for those out of state deals, it is a little bit difficult, but you got to make sure you have boots on the ground. In if you're virtually wholesaling, to make it a little bit easier. If it was in the same neighborhood, if it was in St. Pete, then yeah, obviously I would. If I have the time, yeah, I'll drive out there and see the property with my buyer, and so the seller can meet me and everything, put a face to the name, all that kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna text actually no, sorry, I'm gonna call. His name is Shay. I'm gonna call Shay right now and ask him if 1 p.m. tomorrow could work. Um, I've been dealing with Shay's one of like Eric's like old since I don't know when exactly. I started talking to Shay like maybe like when I first started. So we've done a few deals together. Hey Shay, can you hear me?
Hey,
Yes.
yep,
Seller's asking for 1 p.m. tomorrow. Does that work for you?
yeah, I should make it work.
Okay. All right. I'll confirm it with him then. Yeah, his name is John. I'll text you his name and everything, and then he seems like a good guy. So hopefully we can make something happen with that one.
It's good. Anything else coming?
I have something else in Pocono Lake. One of my guys got. I could send you that. It's on market. We have the contract. It's a bungalow style house, 2 bedroom, 1 bath. Asking 140 for it. Yeah, yeah, I'll send it to you as well. All right. Well, let me know.
Thanks.
Yep. All right. All right. So right now I'm gonna text the seller saying, yeah, 1 p.m. is fine. I'll be like, awesome. Look forward to meeting you. Even though I'm not obviously not gonna meet him. Um, any questions, guys? Awesome. Me and my partner look forward to meeting you. Or I could say meet my partner and I, whatever. Copy. Sorry, I'm sending one more text. I apologize. All right, let's see. Any questions here? Okay, I got a few questions. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so I see the first one, Allie. The one in Tampa. Let me just look that one up here. Um, and again, I think Eric, it should be soon that we're gonna be able to fix that problem. So I apologize. You're not the first one. We do know about it. It's kind of annoying because I mean, if I were in your guys' shoes, I would want to know obviously what the current status of the deal is. All right, so you sent me the one in Tampa on 79th Street. Um, so they've been trying since the middle of this December. Um, one of our guys, employees, whatever you want to call it, Anthony, he's like, I emailed the owner. Then he contacted again on December 18th. The number went straight to voicemail 3 times. Then he contacted on the 19th of December. The number went to voicemail again. And then on the 20th of December, I will attempt to call after the holidays. He emailed to confirm his interest. And then like in January, and then the last notes here, January 2nd at 5:19, it said he marked it as dead. I'm not sure. I guess because they weren't getting in contact with the person. I'm not 100% sure, but that's yeah, January 2nd at 5:19 was dead. And then the notes on before that was on the December 20th at 10:12 a.m. saying I will attempt to call after the holidays. And he emailed to confirm his interest. Again, I'm not really sure at that. See if there's anything else really. Yeah, just whenever we tried calling, I didn't call myself, but whenever they tried calling, it went straight to voicemail. So that was that. All right, and then you have the one in St. Pete. Let me put that one in the system here. All right. All right. So December 10th, Eric offered 140. Cash. Agent is being stupid, so skip trace, call the owner to present the offer. So they tried skip tracing. They had they couldn't get a hold of the agent or couldn't get a hold of the sellers. Like number one went to voicemail, number two did not ring and hung up. Number three went to voice. Okay, so it's so and then December 11th, I think number one, like the skip trace, the first phone number may be the number. I'll see if they reply to a text. That was the notes at December 11th, 6:32 p.m. And then December 12th, it was marked dead at 4:48 because they couldn't, like, I guess that wasn't in fact the number. Because I guess like it was, like I said, it was with an agent before, but they weren't. I guess in Eric's words here, back in December 10th at 1:52, said the agent is being stupid. So I'm going to skip trace. So I would have to call Eric and ask exactly what he meant, how that conversation went with the agent. I don't know. All right, and then the one is on Arnold Road, Jacksonville, Florida. That skip trace owner has taken it off market, not sold. So okay, where you were is that skip trace? Wait, hold on. Let me just put this one in here. The comment that you made after the Jacksonville, is that regarding to from CMP? Yeah, okay. So yeah, I guess yeah. Only thing when you deal with situations like that, it's not much you could do when you can't get a hold of the owner when you tried all the numbers. The only thing you could really do if you're local is like I live probably about like 20 minutes away from that house on 16th Avenue. So I could drive there, but I mean, it's a whole, I'm not gonna, I don't know. Oh, and it doesn't even live there. Okay, gotcha. All I could really do is just drive there, knock there, put a card there. That's pretty much it, and hope they call you. But yeah, none of the numbers worked, I guess. For the one on Arnold Road in Jacksonville, that one's not coming up. Let me just try it again. Let me just copy and paste one more time. I don't know if it's me or not. Yeah, it's not coming up. I don't know if try something else here. 9795. Yeah, that doesn't come up here. I see there's two Jacksonvilles. There's 231 East 48th Street and then 277 East 46th Street. You must have had the wrong Jacksonville, I guess. Cause I see one from you on 48th Street, but not the one that you mentioned on on a road, someone named Nick from your team. Mm, called me before calling them. Gotcha. And the other one I have, yeah, 46th Street. It wasn't dispersed yet. These so we have 277 East 46th Street. That one hasn't been touched yet. That was submitted. Let's see here. Where does it say the submission? I see 3 days ago, 5:05 p.m., but I'm not sure if that's right. And then we go look at the other one. Actually, no. Added watchers with only be January 5th was when it was. Yeah, so that was 3 days. Okay, so and then the one on 48th Street, 231 East 48th Street, same thing. Submitted 3 days ago at 6:12 p.m. So no, it hasn't been assigned yet. I'll have to just, I guess it hasn't been dispersed. I would have to reach out to Eric on those two properties in Jacksonville and see exactly. Okay, you have one in Georgia. This one says just in negotiation. I don't know. But yeah, I see that one Peachtree Street submitted 3 days ago at 6:16. It's in negotiation right now, so I would have to call Eric and see exactly where that's at. Um, Peachtree is there. Um, not the Arnold one, and there's two other ones in Jacksonville. Everything else was there. Any other questions, guys? No. Oh, sorry. Like we're sorry. We are in negotiations. So like I'm not sure. Like they just that's the status that they put it in. Like Eric and the team put it under in negotiation. So whether I don't know if it's listed with an agent or listed with a seller, but I guess they're in contact with them. Not no contract yet, but just in contact. Um. All right. Let's see. Have another one in Atlanta. Yeah, I see this one yesterday, 7:15. No status update yet. So probably at some point today, maybe it'll get touched. Um, so is that the last one that you have in Georgia? Okay. Yeah. So I just have to reach out to Eric to see exactly where. Like I don't know when they plan on touching them. I know that one hit the system at 7:15. So we'll just, I mean, maybe later today they'll start working on it. I don't know. I don't know when I'm not a part of the whole collaboration and who makes, who does what leads get dispersed to who. I just have access to it. All right. Any other questions, guys, that you guys might have? We have like another 15. Oh, let me actually have to make a call real quick. Have like a showing at 11:30. Just want to make sure my buyer is there. He probably is. I mean, he usually answers, so I guess he already met the agent. They're probably walking through the house right now. All right, yeah. So, oh yeah, he's calling me back right now. Okay. Hey, Saban,
Hey,
did you end up making it there?
sorry?
Did you 10 minutes?
Yeah, I'm sorry because I went to pick up my brother. Oh,
All right. Well, let me. Okay. You said 10 minutes.
we going nice. 10 minutes.
Okay.
10 minutes. We are driving. Just picking up the coffee. Well, she's there already.
Yeah, the agent's there waiting. So
Okay.
she's been waiting
I'm
there.
sorry. What time is it? What's the time is it now?
It's
Wow. Sorry, man.
yeah. Try to get there as soon as we can. I just
10 minutes. We driving.
yeah.
Pick up the coffee.
Gotcha.
Yeah, tell them sorry. I didn't realize it's gonna be this is this far. It's not that close.
Yeah. All right. Just let me know.
Okay, buddy.
Yep.
All right.
That's annoying. All right. So yeah, I had an appointment for 10:30. I guess agent has been there since 10:36. So I'm just running behind. I just let him know. All right. And yeah, anything else you guys got? Questions for me? Like I said, I mean, it's always good to ask questions. There's a lot that for anyone who's just now starting out, there's a lot of stuff to kind of get used to, get an understanding of. So it's always good to ask questions. Like I said, I do the one-on-ones. Just now started doing them. So, if you guys need additional help, just let me know. I have no problem trying to help you guys out, try to get your first deal or try to get your third or fourth deal. We're all trying to help each other out here. That's why Eric made the whole Discord in the first place for everybody, because we're all like wanted to get in a vehicle that everyone has the same type of mindset. Everyone wants to grow, wants to be a part of real estate, and I don't know, relatively have the same goals with being here. But yeah, so like let's see what else I have going on. For it's always also too. I mean, for any of you guys that are starting out, it's always you can hit up Zillow. You could always find your leads on Zillow. Sometimes you could find. I've done deals on Craigslist that way too. It's been like I really don't look on Craigslist too often now, but it's been like a year and a half, probably 2 years since I last did a deal out on Craigslist or on Craigslist. But you'll be surprised. Some people will post a seller will post their home on Craigslist other than, not do Zillow. I don't know why, but yeah, hit up Zillow, put in like a city that you're pursuing, go on the more tab, you could put in like let's say if I wanted to do I'll do St. Petersburg, Florida. I'll remove like I'll go to sold, or sorry, I'll go to for sale. Then I'll go to we'll just any here. I'll go to the more tab here. I'll click on like things like fixer upper, TLC, cash only. That's what you want to put in here to find those types of investor properties. So I hit up fixer upper. If I see this type of house, 460, I really don't want to pursue it. I don't want to pursue this one. I want to find something a little bit lower. I think I have high to low on the thing. That's why. So I'll go to like newest, let's say. So the things that just went on the market. So something like this, 62nd Street, kind of close to where I'm at, about like 20 minutes away. So, not a bad. I have to look in the area. I think it's priced pretty accordingly. Cash only. You could see. I mean, it's a good starter home for somebody if you renovate it. 2 bedroom, 1 bath, tile floors throughout. I'm not sure if it had I don't know if it had a little bit of flooding, I guess, possibly, I don't know. But yeah, a home like this could easily use 60K and work. Roof is 2015, so you would probably need to do a new roof. Anything like close to being 10 years old, it's they want you to put a new roof on that, and that could be like easily like probably like 12K, maybe a little bit less. Um, AC believed to be 2021 to 2022. Lecture. All right, so don't need a new lecture. All right, not in a flood zone, large lot. So there's already some interest, 384 views, 29 saves. Probably gonna sell, probably gonna be, under contract here soon. I think it's priced pretty well. I don't 60 seconds, 60. I'll just comp it and see because I mean I think it could move close to that number or maybe at that number, but let me just comp it and see. Again, if you're comping homes, you want to have the subject property up, which I do here. Then the next tab up, I'll zoom in, I'll click on sold. Um, Let me just go here. And another thing you could do too. So let's say, for example, let's say I saw this house yesterday on market and I see that it's already pending. I'll call the agency like, oh, like, how long does buyer have to put money down? Let's say the guy Tony, he said, oh, they already put money down. Like it's most likely going to go through. It's like, okay, not a problem. Do you get properties like do you list properties like this often, Tony? I mean, I'm looking for my next for my first project in the new year. This one could have been it on 62nd, but obviously it's pending. Blah blah blah. Do you have anything else that you planning on listing soon that like is investor friendly? And he might give you another one that he plans on listing. So that's something, that's what you would want to do, guys, to try to get those. So like next time, maybe he might deal with you and he'll let you tell you the address before it goes on the market. He might, give you some time there. So just keep that in mind. So we're on 62nd Street, right? Second, yeah, 62nd Street. It's not a main road. A main road would be 66 here, or like 54th Avenue. 66 is like a major road, but yeah, we're in like a little neighborhood here. 62nd. So here's that road here. I'll go high to low. I'll make sure I do at least 2 bedrooms. Use exact match, so because we don't really have that much space to add a third bedroom anyway. So we'll do like under 1250, kind of see a little bit. All right, so let's see. Here's a 2 bedroom, 1 bath at 650 square feet. There's a 2 bedroom, 1 bath at 744 square feet in that same neighborhood. So ARV is looking to be like around, I guess, it kind of looks like ours too, a little bit. Nothing. You know, 1 car garage. Mm-mm. I'm not sure. I mean, you could always go to Street View to kind of get a better idea, what the home looks like. But it's always a good thing. It's not on flood zone, which is good. So, yep, here it is here. Somewhat of it's, could be a little bit of high traffic area. Um, but yeah, this is it here. So that definitely has some potential for sure. Um, here's a 2 bedroom, 1 bath that we said that I saw earlier. So, um, so with only six, so I don't know if it has. It probably has a pool, maybe. I don't know. You'd have to click on realtor.com and put the address in to see if it has a pool or not. This one looks like a nice, good before and after. So if you're building a buyer's list, find the buyer for this one here, find the buyer for the other one I just saw. Let's call the ARV 325. I could probably look a little bit more, but let's call it 325. Um, Times that by 0.75, that brings me to 243. Let's say minus, say 60 in work. I'm getting like 183. So that's it's the price pretty well. So if I were to call, there's probably a lot of offers on the table close to asking or at asking. But yeah, the agent did price it pretty fairly here. Um so yeah, any questions, guys?
Hey, Terrell, this is Greg. I have a question.
Yes.
Hey, so if I've got somebody lined up to, like, I talked to a couple real estate agents yesterday around $115,000, $130,000 houses. And if I offered them, 75, or 100, and they accept that verbal, what document do I go to?
S-
Is
If,
it,
if you're dealing with an agent, Greg, if you're dealing with an agent, you don't have to, there's no document that you would have to provide them. If you're dealing with a seller directly, then you would have to provide like a purchase agreement. But the agent is representing the seller, so they're going to be sending you that purchase agreement with all
Okay.
detail. Have the seller's information. All you really do when you have an agent that you're dealing with is presenting your offer. So first you said you presented the verbal. Let's say they accepted that verbal. Then they'll ask you, okay, so are you going to put it in your name or like an LLC? What's the purchase price again? Is it cash? How much inspection period do you need? That's the whole list that you let me see if I have one here. Hold on. I'll go to my email real quick.
So what
And
do you
that's-
submit the offer on? Just an
you-
email?
You would just email the agent your offer. You can email or text the agent your offer, and then
Okay.
and then let's say if they accept the offer, then then they go back to that email or text that you sent. They fill everything out with your information, and then they send it to you via DocuSign or Dot Loop, whatever. Okay.
And if you're dealing with a private party or for sale by owner, what do you use? A new blank purchase agreement?
Yeah, you could, and that's provided. You could use that's provided in the Discord.
Yeah, I got that right here on my screen.
Yeah, so you could use that, or sometimes, let's say, like the past deal I did was like a month and I think a month ago, no, it was right around Thanksgiving, and I used an actual like real estate, like Florida real estate standard agreement. The only reason why I did that because the seller wanted to had an attorney that he wanted to run the agreement by. So like just so there's no hiccups or anything like that, I provided a state contract, so there's really nothing that he could change. I mean, that's what everyone uses in the state of Florida. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So you might have situations like that, but other than that, I've done many deals just with the standard, with the standard blank purchase agreement that's in the Discord.
Okay. Yeah, I'll use that. And so just there's no form for making an offer. You just do that on an email or something.
Yeah. So like for example, like here's an offer I did like back in the day for someone in the Discord. So name a buyer has my name here, has my LLC name, and then signer has my name here. Purchase price, 90K cash, escrow, my address. You don't have to put that, but that's my address. Close date whenever title's ready. I could usually I don't this was in Pensacola, so I didn't have a title company at the time. So I asked her to provide, like what's no, sorry, no, I lied to you. I'm sorry. I provided mine in all the way down in St. Pete, and it's somewhere in here. But you put the title company name, then you could put the inspection period. I just did I think I did like 4 or 5 days. But you could list that there too with the offer. Okay.
Yeah.
And
That's what I need, because these real estate agents they're like, well, you could just submit an offer and I'll see what they say. But you can tell by the conversation, they're like, yeah, that's kind of a low offer.
Yeah.
And then I wanted it to be more official so that they know, hey, even though it's a low offer, it's a real offer.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of, the couple that I talked to yesterday, they were kind of like, yeah, I don't know if they'd do that, but you can always make an offer and see.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah, and then at the bottom of that offer that you, let's say, email the agent, you would put like the proof of funds and all that kind of stuff. So,
yeah, I'm gonna work on putting together a form for offer so it looks more legit, so they're not blowing you off so easily.
yeah, I would recommend that. I'm trying to find another example. Usually, most of the transactions I do are with just direct to seller, so I don't have to worry about doing that whole bullshit of the whole like
Back
offer.
and forth with an agent.
Yeah, like I'm trying.
All right.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's another one I could provide you. Maybe not. Um, I mean, this one wasn't, yeah, that was something else.
Hey,
Yeah,
how does the video on my Zoom look?
let's see
Is
here.
it blurry?
Let me go to you. No, it's fine.
Okay, because I just paid for the upgrade to Pro for Zoom and want to know if it looked bad or looked good or what.
Yeah,
15
no,
bucks a month.
yeah, it's fine.
All right, cool. All right, appreciate it.
Yep, no worries. All right, let's see here. All right, yeah, any other questions, guys? And that was a good question, Greg, by the way. I'll stay on for like another 5 minutes here, see if anyone has any last minute questions. I don't think anyone did. No. Okay. Um, yeah, just be consistent, guys. I mean, like I said, you're not gonna get your first deal with the first. I mean, sometimes, I mean, it took me like 2.5 months to get my first deal. Everyone's always different. Some people a little bit longer, some people a little bit less. But if you stay consistent, you're gonna see the end result. So, like I said, you do little things. You don't have to do. When you start getting the ball rolling, start doing more deals. People pay for like off-market leads, off-market lists, things of that nature. But if you're just starting out, you don't have to do that. I went on Zillow. I pulled up a house. This one on 62nd, kind of close to where I sold something else, like about a year ago. But yeah, it's on 62nd Street. I ran my numbers. I looked here. I mean, this could be a good comp here. I didn't see if it had a pool or not. I probably should have looked to see. I know it's going to be a flip. This one was obviously a flip. I could just copy this. I could go on Realtor.com. Let me just hit paste just to see the after result here. So let me just do that. There's 45 pictures that I could look through. Has a nice entrance. Um, nice curb appeal. I'm just trying to click on the pictures here so you can see. If it wants to work. It's just loading, I guess. All right, here we go. Sorry for the delay. All right. So yeah, good entrance there. Nice flooring. Here's the bathroom, or sorry, here's the kitchen. Kitchen looks nice. Got the nice countertops. Um, just keep scrolling. I'm just curious to see if there was a um. I'll scroll to the bottom, see if there was a pool. I don't think there was a pool. I could also go satellite view to see if there's a pool or not. Here's the garage. Here's the backyard. So no pool. So yep, nice size lot. Um, you know, fenced in, everything. You have like a little dog out there, whatever, kids, blah blah blah. But yeah, it's a good starter home for somebody. It's a 2 bedroom, 1 bath, same like with ours. 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 744 square feet. Lot size is 6307. We go back to ours. We're a little bit bigger. Lot size is um a little bit smaller. Hold on one second. I have a seller calling me for a house. Hey Doris, how you doing?
Didn't, I found her address, but I never got a letter yet.
Okay.
So do you have her?
No, I don't. What's her address? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Six, you wanna write,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
want
I
it
have
now?
yeah, I'm ready. Okay.
Bill,
Titusville.
Florida,
Okay.
32796.
796. Got it. Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
Two other daughters that were never mentioned about anything.
Okay. Are they still with us or
Pardon?
are they still with us? Like, are they, they're still alive or? Cause it,
Yeah, they're alive.
okay, okay.
They live in Florida.
They live in Florida as well. So it's you, Diane and two other, and your two other daughters.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So like whenever we do the sale, then they, obviously they will split. Everyone gets a chunk of the change. That's what happens. So like, um, that's how it goes when you're dealing with the heirs. What do you,
Okay, so they're not involved right now.
no, but I mean they're gonna have to be at some point in time.
I can tell you. There was a letter from her. He just says what he wants to do whenever, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. Sorry for that, guys. It's just a want to call. Let me just. I'll Okay, yeah. And then what are your two daughters' names? Yep.
Deborah, Debra.
Okay. So
Krieger, and her husband just died, which I found out he died in November, and I just found out because he doesn't talk to me, and I guess they kind of kept it quiet, whatever. And Deborah Rabel, Wrabel, or L-E, not sure.
so Deborah Frable.
Yeah, Rabel.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's Deborah, David, like that. I mean, Donna, Deborah, and Diane.
Donna, Deborah, and Diane. Okay.
Yeah.